The Marble League Showdown. The teams who weren't so fortunate to make the big show have to compete to accomplish the bare minimum. Don't place in the bottom four. Who do we celebrate and who do we relegate? Stevie Nicks once sang, "Thunder only happens when it rains." If that's true, the Thunderbolts have been in a drought for longer than California. You didn't even try in the qualifiers. And this is, what, the third time you've gotten exactly 12th place in a showdown? You're consistently skating by on a half effort. Seriously, the last time this team actually cared about accomplishing something was getting Thunderstorm fired. Now that he's gone, the Bolts have no purpose. They're stuck in limbo, they have no motivation. They're gonna coast in neutral for the rest of their lives while their gold medal display starts growing mold. The last time it was touched, we didn't know what TikTok was. This team drives me up a wall. But you always seem to just barely avoid the dreaded R word, so I'll throw out a different R word. Retire.
We all say, I cannot win!
Oh, what a glorious day it was when I saw this team miss the main league. All thanks to my favorite event, block pushing. And then they got a bronze in the showdown? The Cat's Eyes were the only team to have 3 finishes in the bottom 5, but not place bottom 5 overall. They've shown this same inconsistency since they were rookies. When they have a chance to win, they usually blow it. When they do actually win, it's usually off the back of some scoring error or track defect that knocks out the other contenders. And when they don't win, the fans throw first-class hissy fits. Cat's Eyes fans, I give you fair warning. I can out-complain anyone.
This is the dollar store, how good can it be?
I'll admit I'm doing a very bad job of being an Indigo Stars second team, but can you blame me? The Stars are worth about as much as my next bathroom break. Oh look, they're putting together some good finishes, surely they'll qualify this year. Nope, you blew it. And nothing of value was lost. Then you spent the showdown trying to get that missed opportunity back, but unfortunately you just have to throw it in the pile with all the others. At this point in your history, there are a lot of missed opportunities. You know what? Yeah, I can't get behind this team anymore. My second team is now officially the Solar Flares. It's been that way for a while, but it feels nice to formally leave an unenjoyable environment. The rest of the community should take notes. I think the Stars should go the way of actual stars. Billions of miles away from everyone. When will they learn? Some teams are just doomed to fail from the beginning. The Rollers are one of them. Despite the egg the team just laid, I genuinely think they have the pieces. Their coach can hold their own, or at least hold their head above water, which can't be said about the last guy. The Rollers members are all decent at different things. But there isn't much to praise about a team that couldn't get a double-digit point haul in 6 tries. So this team and their cardboard cutout fans have to stew on their own shortcomings for at least another 6 months. Come qualifier day, the Rojo Rollers headquarters is going to be one word. Vacant. This is a special news bulletin. The Bronzers still suck. At the conclusion of a hilariously embarrassing season in the snow, the nameless Gray Faces received a supposed lifeline. Hazy would be returning to coach the team. The members were no longer missing their former captain, so they'll just have to miss the qualifiers instead. The generational coward that is their coach will have to suffer through the B-League for the first time. And not only that, the Hazers have to do block pushing twice in a calendar year. In the Marble world, this is known as a gray moon. Hazy continues giving the team a makeover, but keeps applying too much bronze. They got 4 of them. If you wanted a tan so bad, there are easier ways to do it. And so this eternally doomed franchise finds yet another way to embrace their mediocrity. Nature is truly beautiful.
Apple Pay Wednesday.
You did it? Congrats, I guess? The Shining Swarm clinched the Showdown victory by winning the event they needed to win when it actually mattered in the qualifiers. You want me to compliment you? You saved me valuable brain space because I forget you exist. So thanks for that. The Swarm basically said, do I have to win the Showdown? I mean, I guess I'll win if nobody else wants to. And I guess I'll be the filler team in Marbula 1. Does this team have fun? I'm genuinely curious, because I don't think anyone has fun watching them. That gold saved your hides. It looked pretty bleak for the Wolfpack early on. but a gold and a 5th place was enough to lift them out of relegation, and I guess they realized that because Remus just took the sand rally off. It's a very mid performance for a very mid team, but they are the best in one thing, because they win the Best Bonk Award! It was hard to find a good bonk in the Showdown. This one by the Turtle Sliders would have won if the camera didn't change right in the middle of it. So instead, I'm giving it to Sheep in Corn Maze. It's rare to see a bonk that helps a team win an event, but that's exactly what happened. Sheep gets a reserve-to-reserve boost from bounce and flies out of the track. To those of you who think they should have been disqualified, your opinion is disqualified. Congratulations, Wolfpack, the comic relief character of the Marble League.
I miss my wife tails.
Effective immediately, the jumpers must make everyone sign a consent form, because watching the jumpers compete is a form of indecent exposure. I certainly never consented to watching them. Instead of missing the cutoff by 2 points, you actually improved and only missed by 1 point this time. How do you keep just barely missing the bar? I thought bars were your thing. As for your Showdown, it was pretty bad, especially Sand Rally, but you did enough to avoid relegation, so maybe next season you'll miss out by 0 points.
John Madden.
I don't want to say I saw this coming, but your captain is Prim. I'm not exactly surprised by the result. Team Primary is the team that tries everything and accomplishes nothing. They're unfixable, and at this point it's too much effort for them to try. They clearly don't want to. Typically, one marble on the team has the brain cell, but I think even that stopped trying. And blame the marble swaps all you want. It doesn't explain how every single marble is bad at the exact same time. That can only be explained by the decade of incompetence Team Primary just put in.
Would it reverse, Tim? Would it reverse?
Nope, you still haven't won anything. The top Showdown team is leading by 8 with 1 event to go and they botch it? This seems familiar somehow. It's these kinds of award-losing moments that make the Turtle Sliders who they are. Remember when I said this in my very first recap?
I'm still convinced the only reason you got put in this tournament is so they don't have to put you in anything else ever again. Here's hoping I'm right.
Since this quote, the Sliders have only been in Showdowns and events with all 32 teams. They have not qualified for or been selected for anything else. And this Showdown Silver didn't change that. It's not going to change my opinion about you either. I've anti-jinxed teams like the Cobalts and Swarm and Cat's Eyes before, so this time I'm gonna pull out the anti-jinx. I think the Sliders will qualify next year.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
I know I said last year that Team Plasma was the worst of the 4 expansion teams, but clearly someone else wanted to take that title. You're now in 3rd place, and you got your first little taste of choking a podium. Well done. It was all thanks to Firo for the anti-clutch in Sand Rally. So they finished the Showdown in 4th and have a slim opportunity to make themselves important in 2026. Right now, their most memorable moments are the times they've gotten stuck. That is not a good thing. Thank you for doing what everybody wanted. No main league for you means no factory-made 15th place finish. Instead, the Glaciers get 2 silver medals and keep a relatively comfortable distance from the relegation zone. They'll be back to probably snub somebody we'd rather see in 2026. Also, for the love of the marble gods, can you please figure out how to use a funnel properly? It's only one of the biggest mainstays of the sport. It might benefit you to learn it's not a race to the bottom. In recent years, you thought that was true of the standings too. This is like the 8th uninspiring and forgettable team I've done in a row. Chocolatiers, why do you have to exist? What purpose do you serve? Ooh, wait, I got it. The Chocolatiers are JMR's eternal disservice. They do a disservice to the art of competition with how badly they perform. They do a disservice to glass blowing because of how ugly and underwhelming their marbles are. Their team chant is a disservice to Doug Lawrence, the incredible voice actor who originally did the Chocolate Scream in SpongeBob, and Time Check did such a bad rendition of it that I can't even enjoy the original clip anymore. Just think of the effort that so many people put into making this team happen. This is what you repay them with. And finally, you've done a disservice to me, because I can't believe I wasted such a good paragraph on a team that doesn't even deserve to be spoken about. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to honor the memory of a fallen marble franchise, the Pop Sockets. The cause of death was written as simply one word: neglect. Nobody cared. Only a few turned to look as they plunged to the abyssal depths of the Showdown standings, going where no marble has ever gone. Guaranteed relegation. And it's colored purple. The team that was on life support since their inception may finally have the plug pulled. So let us now remember the forgotten and the fallen. May their rocket remain crash-landed. May their legacy remain irrelevant. And may we remember they existed at some point in time. Amen. One more song, let's sing one more song, let the memories linger on and on, till we meet, and sing one more song.
Good morning, Professor. Time for the water closet. And then we have your favorite breakfast for you. Sugar rolls. You love those. Fresh sugar rolls.
I will speak for you, Father. I speak for all mediocrities in the world. I am their champion. I am their patron saint. Mediocrities everywhere. I absolve you. I absolve you. I absolve you. I absolve you. I absolve you all.
And that is the 2025 Marble League Showdown, and thus concludes another full rotation of marble competitions. Overall, I think ML25 was a pretty solid league. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for JMR's other flagship series. I already mentioned in a post that I won't be doing a recap on Marbula 1 Season 6, and I won't touch M1 again until I feel it's improved. It's a shame, too. Marbula 1 is how I originally got hooked on marbles. Those recaps are some of my all-time favorites. But I made a promise to myself not to spend the effort making something I won't enjoy. I can always look forward to the next thing. I had a ton of fun making that Marble Survival 200 video, so if that comes around again, expect something similar. Also, in the description, I made a playlist of all the barbershop songs I've done over the years, both in videos and just on my own. Call it an album if you want, I don't know. I just want them all in one place. I encourage you to check it out if you're interested. I've kept you for long enough, so I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you for watching, and as always, reach for the stars.
It's the funnel endurance.